Grass grows where you water it. What are you talking about, Jake? This is obviously a metaphor for your life. Grass grows where you water it. Areas of your life will grow and prosper when you put the work in and give it the attention that it needs to grow and prosper. Let's take a small patch of dirt. It's gonna symbolize your life. How often are you watering it with the good things that'll lead to a good and prosperous life? Fertilizers you're putting on there. Let's say keeping yourself in physical health, mental health, acquiring new skills, acquiring new knowledge from reading, spending time with people that you love and are good for your life. And how often are you spending time in relation to things that do nothing for your life and probably deter your mental health, physical health? How much of the day are you sitting around doing nothing? How much of the day are you scrolling social media what do you guys call that, brain rotting yourself? What is the check your screen time tracker on your phone? What does it say? And I'm not saying you can't do those things and those things aren't fun. They're obviously fun. But what controls your life? Where do you spend the most time? If you spend the majority of your day on social media, is that going to progress your life in the direction that you want? Is that going to help you get closer to your goals, whether physical, mental, financial, whatever they may be? No. Jake, well, I go to the gym and I even read 20 minutes a day. Good. Great start. Really good start, especially compared to most people. If that's the game we're playing. And I like to do that every once in a while because I think it helps keep people on track. So on your day off, you'll spend an hour at the gym. You'll read for 20 minutes, so say. And what do you do with the rest of your day? What do you do with the other 14 and a half hours that the average person will be awake? Assuming everyone's awake for 16 hours out of the day. Hours for eating, food preparation, maybe driving here or there. That leaves you with, let's just say 2.5. So we're at 12 hours now. 12 hours out of your day. You did work out, good. You did read, good. 12 hours out of your day, what are you gonna do? When you break it down like this, I think it really helps to show. It's like, and I do this for myself. I'm a business based out of my house, and I do have another YouTube channel that I'm monetized on. And even with that, I still had huge gaps in my time that I could fill up with other things that I was not. I was brain rotting myself, spending way too much time on YouTube. YouTube's a great thing, but if you're spending 5-6 hours a day on YouTube, man, that is not keeping things in moderation. That is not helping you towards your goals. I do have a small problem with shiny object syndrome. The next best thing. The grass is always greener on this other opportunity than the opportunity I'm working on. Talk about that sometime. So 12 hours out of your day. And I'm not saying you gotta spend 12 hours hustling at something. Everyone needs relaxation. You need to give your brain a break. But is sitting all day on your phone, is that healthy? No, not even close. It's detrimental. What if you did something like, all right, I had this whole day. I worked out in the morning, I read, I got 12 hours. I want to sit around and play video games and scroll on my phone. But how about every 2 hours, I take a break for an hour and I read more, or I work on a skill. Maybe you're trying to pick up the guitar. Maybe you're learning some computer program. Every 2 hours, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to work on that. And so over the course of that day, I've worked on that skill 3 or 4 hours. Now imagine if you compounded that. Your typical day off, you normally spend video games and scrolling social media. But now on this new system, at least 3 or 4 hours on those days, you're going to work on this skill. Where do you think you're going to be in a month? As opposed to if you just do what you're doing now. You would have 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours of practice, skill acquisition, assuming you got 2 days off a week. How far ahead do you think that puts you of other people who are just gonna do the norm and play video games and scroll their phone? So far ahead. Compound that over a year. You guys are essentially in different worlds. And the more you do this, the more you will want to do more, right? Discipline begets discipline. Laziness begets laziness. So get started, no matter how small. Get started. A good way to help you to do this is just set a time. Say at noon, at lunchtime, my phone, my video game controller goes away and I'm going to do this thing. And I'm going to do that every day off at noon. This is what I'm going to do. Or I get up in the morning at 8. I'm not touching my phone or my video game controller until 10, 11 o'clock, period. I'm just going to do that. I will fill up that time with anything else, but I just won't touch those 2 items. And if you can stay disciplined for that, just hold fast to that one discipline. We'll fill it up with working out, with reading, hopefully some skill acquisition, picking up that guitar, learn that computer program, whatever it is you're after. Just hold fast to the one discipline. I will not touch my phone for the first 3 hours, first 2 hours after I wake up. And in that time, get some stuff done. That one small discipline will grow where sometime during the day you will want to do more because you'll like the way it makes you feel. Because nobody wants to sit around and basically be useless most of the day. We are not wired for that. Well, I say we are not wired for that, but there is a wiring for that, I believe. If you've listened to my video on the 7 deadly sins and how, they're all factors and forces working on the human condition. And that's why people a lot smarter than us developed that framework. So, you must always be on guard against it. All right, I think I've talked enough. Hey, have a good day. Go out there and make something happen.